Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here. It is April 2nd, we're at another week of Destiny 2, and we've got a couple of changes. So Iron Banner has left, of course, but Gambit Prime now has all maps in rotation, so it is totally random on those 4, and the 2 specific Gambit Prime maps have now been added to regular Gambit, which is nice to give those people a little change of pace as well. Shattered Throne has returned in the Dreaming City, and other than that, it's another week of the usual. Reckoning is definitely still in its work, so we've got kind of a calendar to when to expect good modifiers there. So let's break everything down and jump into this week in Destiny 2. Alright Guardians, let's start with the Flashpoint, which is actually going to be on Tangled Shore. Of course, you know your adventures and public events and, stuff like that's going to work. One thing to know about the heroic adventures on the Tangled Shore is these are the ones that actually can have very specific drops to them. I know I have a certain helm for my Titan that only comes from one of these, so if you do them once a day and that you kind of catch them on their daily rotation, you could get a chance at some drops. You won't get powerful gear every day, but there are some specific armor drops from some of these that you might want to check into. So definitely check these out if you're looking for any of those pieces you might be missing. For the week in the Vanguard, we've got a week for story missions, regular strikes, and then of course adventures. We've got Void Singe all week long, so you Void Bombers have fun, and a triple heavyweight week, which is always a good thing. So heavyweight's going to be on Tuesday, on Friday, and on Monday. So if you're looking to knock out some basics, whether it's adventures, strikes, if you're grinding them out for any of a lot of things that people are grinding strikes for lately, pick one of those days. Heavyweight does tend to go a little bit quicker. Today we've got Iron, which does make things a little slower, but that kind of basically balances out heavyweight. But have fun with Void. Heavyweight, if you got the Hammerhead machine gun, you're probably in pretty good shape. Over here on the Nightfall world, we've got a couple different options. So we're going to first be looking at the Warden of Nothing. This is going to be your strike where you actually fight the in the Prison of Elders, which is a cool strike. And your strike exclusive is going to be Warden's Law. That's a actual hand cannon that you can get from there. Not a game changer. I don't think anybody's saying it's like top of the meta or anything, but it is kind of a cool gun if you're looking for that. It's probably one of the relatively, I wouldn't say it's the easiest one, because if you have Thunderlord, it's definitely one you can do. If you just go heavyweight and Arc Singe, it's not too bad. Match game gets a bit dicey just because some of the Minotaurs in the prison section itself. You can burn the boss like crazy though. If you can get to the boss, you can kill it in about 30 seconds. Almost no problem. Maybe like 15 depending on what you got running. If you go Rally Barricade, if you're a Warlock especially with Lunafaction boots and Thunderlord, Arc Singe, Heavyweight, just say goodbye to the boss. So if you got a group, I think I've also killed the boss with something like Prospector. That one actually worked pretty well as well. Just dumped about 18 grenades into that guy. Killed it pretty quick. So Arc Singe and Heavyweight is my recommendation. Just the hard section, I'll be honest, is the actual Prison of Elders kind of fight that we used to do from D1. Insight Terminus. This one, I actually don't know the best modifier in this one off the top of my head. But this is the one where you fight the extra large Scion in the end. Your exotic here is going to be the Long Goodbye. It's a sniper rifle. And then we've got Exodus Crash. Everybody's kind of love to hate the type strike. You've got Impact Velocity. This is going to be an exotic Sparrow on this strike that you're looking for. So these are yours if you're looking for one specifically to cross the list off. If you got a group, I would go Warden of Nothing, Arc, Heavyweight. You can probably manage it as a group. Solo, I might actually just have to mix things up a little bit and see what the best option is. I've done Warden solo. I've got a couple videos out there if you're looking. Should still be viable pretty much the same way. If you don't have Thunderlord, Prospector maybe, there are a couple options out there. For Escalation Protocol, we are only looking at the Sniper Rifle this week. So if you're looking to do Escalation Protocol, if you're looking to gather that set, whether it's the sets of armor or the weapons, Escalation Protocol is only dropping the Ikelos Sniper Rifle this week, so just keep that in mind. For Gambit, as I was saying earlier, we've got Gambit Prime having all maps in full rotation now, so that one's going to be nice and balanced. 2 other maps have been added to Gambit, so you've got the 2 new ones from Gambit Prime that were the first 2 weeks. We got the one on Mars, and then the one on Titan, so now you've got 6 actually in here, which is cool. And then finally, we've got the Reckoning this week. Now, there's a calendar out there that I've seen from Reddit, just activity modifiers. So it is going to be Solar Singe, that's all week long. There's no question there. Now, your optimal modifier is not completely easy, because Prism still can, have a rotation where some things are more strong than others. But probably your best bet is going to be wait for Prism, because at least sometimes some things are working stronger, some things are weaker, but nothing is just kicking your butt. Attrition is rough because regeneration is greatly impaired. If you're getting overshields, things like that, it may be doable. Defeating enemies may create walls of light to get some of that health back, but it can be dicey just depending on how things go. Heavyweight is going to be every other day. So if it's heavyweight today, you got brawler tomorrow. Heavyweight grenadier, heavyweight brawler, heavyweight grenadier. So that's kind of the order of those. This is your main one that you want to watch. And this week, for everything kind of coming together perfectly, you're actually looking at Thursday. Heavyweight, Prism, and Solar. Pretty much all the best that you can work with. If you're working on any tier 3 grinding, Thursday is probably going to be your best day for that. So just keep that one in mind. Thursday is going to be a nice combination of things. And then next week, it's actually going to be Wednesday. But this week, Thursday is your optimal choice. But as I said, Tangled Shore will swing by. It is the flashpoint, so you've got those. Shattered Throne is open in the Dreaming City. We'll talk to Petra in just a second. But let's go check out a couple vendors, see what we got for the week. First, we swing by Tess here in the Eververse store, and we've got the Sorrowful Bundle, which is just a really cool Thorn ornament if you don't have it yet. It's one of those that, honestly, if you like the gun, and you feel like supporting Bungie in this time that they are working as an independent studio, it's a decent time to do that because this thing looks friggin' awesome. So, if you like Thorn, definitely a cool one. You also got You're Gonna Eat That Bundle, which is going to be spare rations as a hand cannon coming from the Reckoning when you're fighting the Oryx, kind of shade, whatever you want to call it. Cool hand cannon. I'm just loving all of these ornaments with this just kind of taken cloud effect in there with the, grips on the handles, the Gambit stamp, the ornate, little engravings you can subtly see. They just look awesome, all those two. Got the respectful handshake. So you got the nice handshake there. You've got air quotes. I'm sure there's many times we could probably use those. This is like the most lackluster Sparrow too. I know it's literally called bare bones for that reason. It just looks like a roll cage that shouldn't even fly, so not sure I'm really going to get that one. Got the Rosen Bone. This is going to be an exotic ship. If you want the lore, you can definitely check that one out. Definitely talking about some Gambit stuff. A couple other legendaries. You do have the Red String of Fate. Now, if you like Malfeasance at all, or you just think this thing looks amazing, which I do, I might buy this thing just because it's one of the coolest looking guns. It's almost like an engraved emerald, the red string just wrapped around, just looks perfect. I want to see if that thing actually moves while you run. The slight underglow to it, just one of the coolest looking emblems. And then Lonesome, the little sidearm, same effect, that kind of taken storm swirling in the barrel, just looks pretty sweet. Other than that, pretty basic stuff here at Eververse. Let's go see what Gambit has, and then we'll go look at Ada as well, see if she's got a good rotation of guns for a change. Alright, Guardians, I just wanted to touch on something here just from my learning. You may know it, but I figured I'd share the knowledge. These weekly bounties for your different sets, not the dailies or the civic duties or anything like that, these 4 weeklies that are, say, going to be for a specific type. So say the Diligent Invader. So again, wager motes, you got to get 4 completions of Reckoning at its highest level. So if I can open tier 3, I have to do tier 3. And then you're going to have to get points earned in Gambit Prime by defeating opposing Guardians and denying motes, and that's just by playing and, satisfying your role. The way the Invader head upgrade works, and I learned this yesterday just by playing with somebody, to shout out to Sid Avarice, I was playing with him. And basically the way it works is the head upgrade, you have to do these on a weekly basis to actually get that head upgrade coming to you. So my piece that I got last week, because I actually finished it last week, was the Outlawed Invader Helm. The first time I had done this quest was probably 2 weeks ago when it came out, and I got the first one. But I kind of skipped a week and only didn't do tier 2. So now that I've got everything unlocked, now if I go through and I can actually get the full Notorious, which is the +3 set. But if I hadn't done anything yet, you start with the head that's going to be tier 1. The next week, then you can get tier 2. The next week, then you can get through tier 3. So the helm, you have to get in sequential weeks in order. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. So like I've got 3 parts on now, and I can put the helm on. But now this week, because I did the tier 2 last week, I can get the 3rd upgrade. So I can take this Outlawed to Notorious and get the max level helm. But that's the only way to get that helm, and you have to work through 3 weeks to get it. So I wasn't exactly clear on that one, so I just thought I'd point that out to you guys. Let's go talk to Ada, see if she has my Blast Furnace. Please let her have my Blast Furnace. Alright, Guardians, we are here at Ada 1. I haven't looked over the weapon frames yet, so let's find out together. We've got the Pulse Rifle, there we go. Looks like I'm going to be spending some time grinding out some Blast Furnace rolls. Everybody tells me I want this one as opposed to my Go Figure, but my Go Figure is still awesome. Sword, yeah. And the machine gun is still there from last week. So next week, this is going to change. This is one of the things in the patch that they're changing. All 6 weapon frames will always be available, which Quality of life, I feel like that probably could have been an okay thing to do from the start once you've actually seen them all, maybe been through a few weeks, or maybe once Niobe Labs opened, all 6 could be here, but at this point, next week, everything's going to be here, so it's not really an issue. You still only get to get 2, but you'll be able to pick whichever ones you want to grind for. So, we do have pulse rifle, sword, and machine gun this week. Let's go see what Spider has, and then we'll finish up with Petra, as always. Alright, Guardians, so we are back at Spider, and some things are not in good rotation, like the weapon frames or the Nightfalls, and this one also seems broken. So the Wanted has been the Blood Cleaver on IO for like 3 weeks in a row now. So once again, one more thing that probably needs fixed with whatever happened with Season the Drifter, it like locked stuff in. So, don't know, but Blood Cleaver's pretty easy. He's on IO, just one of the lost sectors. Go in there. For him, all you have to do is just go into the area that you're suppressed, punch the little thing that he's next to, so kind of get him to run out and run in there, punch stuff a little bit, kind of go in and out. Once that thing goes down, on the outside of the dome, you're going to have one of the mini turrets that spawns, and that one you're going to be able to see a major one, an orange bar health one. Drop that down, you get a little fireball, drop it in, and then just go to town once that shield drops. Then you won't be suppressed, you can use everything, heavy weapons, heavy weapons, supers, all that stuff. Just go to town, kill them quick. If not, just rinse and repeat. All these are pretty quick. Remember, you can get enhancement cores here, but hopefully some of that will be changing down the road, but we don't know for sure what they're going to do with that one yet, but I'll go ahead and pick up my couple for the day, and let's go talk to Petra to wrap this thing up. Alright, Guardians, so as you can see, the Taken Curse is at its strongest, so therefore the Shattered Throne dungeon is up. I may be running that at some point, just if nothing else for some drops, but 2, just I always enjoy that place, so definitely be running it a little bit. So that's a good place to get some high-level drops in here. You've also got, of course, her bounties for the week. So we've got Dark Monastery. This is the 3rd mission you go through, where you kind of go into the back of the portal, jump in, kind of hit the enemies and stuff. Pretty easy. You've got your War for the Dreaming City, your 8 daily bounties, and of course your Ascendant Challenge. Knocking out your dailies is pretty quick. Heroic Public Events is your challenge for the day. Lost in Ray Sylvia, that's where I'm standing anyway. Defender of the Well, that one's always a little annoying to do if you're not looking to do the blind well. Public Works, and Patrols. So, nothing too crazy. If you got some cash lying around, buy a few raid banners if nothing else, because you can use these in the Reckoning, and you're probably going to need them on some questionable attempts. But I think that wraps up everything for the week. So, Gambit Prime is pretty much wide open on normal rotation. Private matches on that are available. Shattered Throne is up. Iron Banner is gone. And I forgot one more thing real quick. Forgot to tell you guys, Crucible. Completely skipped a bubble. We have Breakthrough. This is where you have to deploy the breaker, which exposes the vault, and then the middle. So you have to take over the middle section, and then you actually try and go attack your opponent's kind of base. It's not everybody's favorite. We'll see if it got any better. I know they were working on some changes, but other than that, if you guys are working on my questionable level of competitive here, might work on some of that. A little bit of Rumble, Quick Play, whatever it is you're working on. Enjoy your Crucible as well. But thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Ascendant Challenge will be coming. Working on my Sekiro Let's Plays coming out to you all as well. It's another good week. But remember, if you're working on Reckoning, especially Tier 3, Thursday is going to have Prism and Heavyweight stuck together. So I will see you all then. Have a good one. Enjoy your week. You guys know where to find me. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. It's Ebontis on everything. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave a comment. And as always, hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. I'll see you in the next one.